Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a Magic Johnson point guard build. So this will be a 6'9" point guard build. So like I said, make sure he's a point guard and we'll move on to the body settings. So of course Magic Johnson was 6'9", so we're going to push it all the way up to the max. For 6'9" height, in terms of the weight, we're going to try and maximize speed, but also not push some stats too low. So we're going to push the weight just to 194 pounds, just a good mix of defense and speed. And then wingspan, we're going to push that to 7'7", which is the max. So you'll have max height for a point guard and max wingspan with still a good bit of speed, with a bit of a low weight. In terms of the attributes, Magic Johnson, for his time, he wasn't really a scorer. He was definitely a playmaker that could score if needed be. A bit like Ben Simmons in that respect. Ben Simmons is not really a scorer, limited shooter. Magic Johnson was similar. So what we're going to do for close shot is we're going to push that to 85 because his best work was done around the basket, particularly over smaller guards. He would take them down low and score really effectively on them. Now for driving layup, we're going to push that to 80 as well. So right off the bat, you're going to have good layup packages that you can get at 80. Magic Johnson's layup package, I'm pretty sure, is one of them. Close shot's 85, so you'll have good things like fast twitch gold and masher gold, which could be a good badge for this type of build, being 6'9". Improves the player's ability to finish well around the rim, especially over smaller defenders. So if you had a small guard, anyone below, I think 3 or 4 inches, so anyone below 6'5" and under roughly, you'll be able to use that badge. Now for driving dunk, he's not known as a posterizer, but he was really athletic, particularly in his younger days, and I wanted to give the build a method of scoring on drives that was hard to defend. Layups are a bit easier to defend than being able to dunk over opponents. So I pushed driving dunk to 85 to get those pro contact dunks off 1 and 2, and also the silver posterizer. Now standing dunk, we're going to leave at 50. I would have loved to have upgraded post control, and you can definitely do that because he did post up a lot of smaller guards, but I just feel like on 2K, unless you really know how to post, it might be a bit difficult. I've chosen to upgrade shooting instead. Now, he wasn't a great shooter, but I feel like people would much rather have shooting than post control. So if you want post control, definitely take away the shooting and upgrade post control. But for me, I've just chosen to go shooting over post control. So we're going to push mid-range shot to 71 and then 3-point shot to 76. So he wasn't a great shooter. He generally shot around 25% for his career on really limited attempts. They didn't shoot much back then. But he does have a career average of 30%. Later in his career, he was shooting around 35-ish% on a few attempts. So he could definitely shoot when he trained it. But I feel like 75 is good enough for most people, most elite shooters to be able to shoot. But of course, if you don't want this and you want post control instead, definitely upgrade that. In terms of the free throw, we're just going to push that to 77. He was an 85% free throw shooter, so he was a pretty good free throw shooter, but 77 is okay. It's what I could get it to. Now, playmaking. This is really where a lot of the points were spent. Being the all-time leader in assists, I think he was like a 5-time leader in the assists per season or something like that, but we're going to push pass accuracy up to 92. Now, I would have loved to have got it to 99 or something like that. Unfortunately, you can only get it to 95 with the body settings the way they are. But at 92, we just get that needle thread of Hall of Fame. So you will have that capability to get that Hall of Fame. But pretty much all the passing badges are Hall of Fame. So, dimer, break starter, because obviously, he did play center in the 1980 finals, I'm pretty sure. So that's what won him the finals MVP. Post playmakers there, special deliveries there, floor general, of course. They can all be Hall of Fame, which is great. In terms of ball handle, we're going to push that to 87, which is the max. So you will get a lot of animations at 87 that you can get at 6'9". A lot of them get cut off at around 6'4" or something like that. But the ones you can get at 6'9", you should be able to get pretty much all of them. There might be a couple that you miss out on, but most of them you'll be able to get. And then speed with ball, we're going to push to 75, which is just one below the max. It just saves a bit of points there because it doesn't affect anything. Now on defense, this is also where a lot of the points were spent. Because he did play point guard, but because he was able to play pretty much anywhere 1 through 5, I've tried to sort of make it are you capable of being able to do that as well. So if you come up on the park with 2 other point guards, you can definitely play as a center. You know, 70 interior defense isn't amazing, but it's solid enough, you know, to be able to defend the paint. You know, perimeter defense, we're going to push that to 86. Because at 86, we get Gold Challenger and Silver Clamps, which are great. That should be able to help you a lot on the perimeter. But you are 6'9" with a 7'7" wingspan. You should be able to recover on most shots and, you know, use your length and height to really lock down on opponents. Steal, he was a 2-time steals champ. He's averaged over 3 steals a game one season, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to make sure that's really high. I'm going to push it to 90 steals to get that gold interceptor. You will have the silver glove to go with that. Now for block, he didn't average a heap of blocks, but I did want you to be able to play center with this build. So we're going to push block to 70 also. At 70, we just get anchor, bronze, and pogo sticks there as well. Now for rebounding, we're going to keep offensive rebound low. It's just too expensive to upgrade. We're going to push defensive rebound to 85. So you will have the silver rebound chaser with this build. So you do have a capability to play center if you have to. It could be a fun thing to do. You know, with this type of build, as you can, you know, see with the attributes, you can play center, and then when you're on offense, you know, you can really take centers off the dribble and just be a menace out there on the floor. They won't be able to stay in front of you with your speed and ball handle. And with 2 other guards, you know, you could play a 3-guard, you know, rotation there on the park. So it could be really lethal. Now, in terms of the physicals, we're going to push both speed and acceleration to 79. You know, it's not too much off acceleration. It's only 1 point, and speed can only go up to 83. So it's only 4. I doubt you'll see much of a difference. You know, you are 6'9", so that length should be able to make up for it. Any dip in speed. Strength, make sure that's 45. Vertical, we're going to push to 75 to get those contact dunks. And then the rest is just going to go on stamina for 90 stamina. And that's the build. So in total, you have 15 finishing, 15 shooting, 25 playmaking, and 19 defensive badges. For a total of 74 badges on this 6'9" max wingspan. Pretty elite defense, you know, elite passing and dribbling for a 6'9" player. You know, pretty good shooting, particularly if you know a really good jump shot at lower levels. And, you know, really pretty good finishing. You know, got the contact dunks, got a pretty high close shot. You'll be able to, you know, if you're crafty enough, definitely score in the paint. So it's a really well-rounded build. Can play 1 through 5, I believe. And I hope you have a lot of fun with this build. Now, in terms of the takeovers, I just chose team ratings boost for Magic. You know, it was the Lake show. You know, when he got going, everyone got going, and everyone's ratings just went up. You know, that was so fun to watch. If you have a chance to go back and watch those games, they are really fun to watch. And then Team Takeover boost as well. When they got hot, they were incredibly hard to stop. You know, they're 5-time champs for a reason, that Lakers team, because Magic could just, you know, take over a game and everyone would just go up as one. So, as you can see, you've got shades of Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So these are a lot of, you know, tall point guards in today's NBA. And you've made a 2-way diming finisher. I've not seen that build before, so that's cool to have that. But we'll take a look at the badges. Now for finishing, of course, if you wanted post moves, you'd have more badges to play with, and you'd be able to allocate badges to the post, you know, post badges. But you know, you're really only going to be driving a lot with this build. I suggest just putting Masher on. I think that's going to be a really great badge for this build, because if you are playing against other point guards, you'll definitely have a massive height advantage against them. Posterizers in tier 3, so you might want a couple limitless takeoff, slithery finisher, maybe put that on bronze, and then get, you know, put an extra badge point in finishing to get posterizer silver. You can core that, and then also get fast twitch on silver as well with the 6 points that you saved. But it's definitely, you know, you've got 15 here to play with. You'll be able to find something that's really specialized to how you play. If you're a driver, definitely put posterizer on as a core, and then you can upgrade fearless finisher and slithery with pro touch. But if you're going to be playing more center, if you've got 2 other friends that are guards and you play a lot of park, you can definitely put fast twitch on and other, you know, near the rim points as well, you know, aerial wizard and things like that. So you're able to find a really great layout. Now for shooting, you've got the 15 as well here, so I suggest just going, you know, really solid ones. You know, Magic wasn't really much of a shooter, but from what I've tested, I think Amped on Bronze is really great. Claymore is just a great badge as well. I do notice Comeback Kid gives me a boost, so I tend to shoot better when I'm behind, which is what the badge is for. So that could be really handy to have. I'll just put that on silver for now. You know, Agent 3's there in tier 2, you can get that bronze. We'll just put that on just to get the points up to 10. We're at 8 at the moment. You know, Super Off-Ball's great. You know, clutch shooter, he was definitely a clutch shooter, Magic Johnson. You know, he's hit some massive shots in his career. He's still got 5 left, so you know, you could put an extra point in shooting, core, catch and shoot silver, and then you've got your choice of blinders, Deadeye, or limitless range to have silver as well. I'd probably suggest Deadeye just in case you get closed out, because you'll probably be only shooting open jumpers with this build. Now for playmaking, you know, this is really where the build's going to shine. So, you know, Dimer, if we're making Magic Johnson, that needs to be Hall of Fame. Floor General needs to be Hall of Fame. You know, quick first step, you can get that gold. You know, Needle Threader probably needs to be Hall of Fame too. Quick first step can be gold. You know, you have spent 19 points in this area, so definitely don't, you know, put these Hall of Fame if you don't think that they're worth it. But you've got, you know, 25 to play with. If we're being realistic, we'll just reset all these. If it's for me, you know, you probably want Dimer on, you probably want Floor General on as a point guard. You know, quick first step gold's going to be great. You got one more, maybe Break Starter if you want to play a bit of center. You know, Ankle Breaker's there, Hyperdrive. But in terms of the tier 3 badges, you know, Clamp Breaker could be great as a 6'9", you know, guard, point guard, handles for days, silver, killer combos, you can get silver. And you got 3 left. If you want Unpluckable on silver or gold, you can put all points into playmaking, all 4 extra badge points, or only 3 to get that silver. You know, you got other options with 3 left. You could put it on Needle Threader or things like that. So definitely a flexible amount of badges that you can find something that really works for you. In terms of defense, you know, he was a great stealer. You know, 2-time steals champs. You want Interceptor on. You can get clamps on silver as well. You know, gloves there. Get those steals also. You know, you can get box out beast gold. Rebound chasers down there. You can definitely call that. Put some extra points. You can get anchor, you know, bronze. You can put pogo stick, silver. Put an extra couple points into defense and get anchor. You know, there's a lot here to play with. You got pick dodger that you can get gold. You know, box out beast, as I said. Challenges gold, so you can definitely find, if you want to be more perimeter, definitely put perimeter badges on. If you want to be more interior, you got those tier 3 badges that you can definitely allocate. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope you have a really great day.